hope you guys too, and you did too, and you guys missed me, that's okay, we're gonna get together. But hopefully you learned a lot about the anti-inflammatory diet and how to shop around the grocery store, and that you're applying that now into your lifestyle somewhat. You know, baby steps, one thing at a time. What I want to talk about today, because our topic is self-expression, but before that, you know, we were talking about the anti-inflammatory diet, and it all has to do with stress. And a lot of times, as humans, you know, we ignore stressful events and how that impacts our lives and our health as well. And so, when we are dealing with stress, there's certain things that we need to do. For example, I've met with Gene and Mike, and I've also met with Cliff too. And what I recommended is starting your day off the right way so you're prepared to deal with events that may be stressful. Because a lot of times we wake up in the mornings and we're rushed to get to wherever we need to be. You know, we're running out the door with a banana or something in our hand trying to get to work or getting the kids to school. Yeah, that's why I use that example. You know, but we really don't take time to, you know, channel our mindset for today or for that day. You know, sitting and relaxing and just preparing your mind and your body to take on the day. You know, because when you're not doing that, you're always producing cortisol, elevated levels of cortisol. You know, you're waking up stressed, you're rushing, so that pattern continues throughout the day. So your stress levels is continuing to go up throughout the day, because that's the way you started off. But if you started off with a routine and enjoying, you know, just simple things, you know, breakfast, your cup of coffee, a conversation with your significant, whatever it is, we want you to get into that mindset that it's okay to take your time and to sit back and just channel the right and proper mindset for you to tackle on your day, to be able to tackle the stress that you're going to be hit with, because you're going to be hit with stress. You know, there's no way about going around it. So best thing to do is prepare in the morning. What's up, Coach?
Would you share a little bit about how you start your day?
Yeah, okay. So every day, depending on where I need to be, for example, if I have a lecture at 9 o'clock a.m., I'm going to wake up at least 3 to 4 hours earlier, so that it starts the night before. I already know, okay, in order for me to get enough sleep, sufficient sleep, as part of being healthy, I need to go to bed a little bit early. So I'm going to go to bed around, 9, 10 o'clock. Wake up about, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I start my day making a smoothie for my fiance and I. And it's the most nutritious stuff you could put in your body. It's our Vim smoothie that we have. And we sit down and we drink that and we enjoy that together. And we're having conversations. And after that, I then go ahead and make my coffee. And I then sit down and I enjoy my cup of coffee. And I think about, okay, yeah, this is going to happen today. We're talking more and more. Just taking my time in the morning. And then after that, I make my big breakfast. That's your bacon, eggs, potatoes, onions, green peppers, cauliflower, all kinds of goodies. I make a huge breakfast because that's going to help jumpstart my day, right? And then I'm ready for my day. I'm satisfied. I feel fucking amazing. I mean, I do. Excuse my language, but I do. I feel great. I feel like I'm ready to take on the world, and I do. My days are successful. And I prepare myself that night going to the next day. And that's the thing. And for me to get to where I was, it just didn't happen overnight. It took some building, some baby steps to get there. But once I found out how that was impacting the rest of my life, my finances, my health, my stress, my relationships, it became more apparent to me that this is what I need to do every day to start my day, to be as healthy, as effective, and productive as I can be. So that's a little bit about me, and I've encouraged a couple of you guys to start your days that way as well. Cliff, have you started doing that?
Yeah, I get up 5:36. Today's 6:30, but do about the same thing. Drink a glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go for a quick snack like a banana or something. Then I'll sit down and have one of the cereals. Then I go get William up and then try to get him ready, cause that's the stressful part of the day.
Right.
Getting him organized, dressed, eat, brush your damn teeth, and let's go. We're late. And it's, so that's helped me deal with that better. And then by the time I'm driving to work, I have just my regular thing of coffee that I already made, no more, no less. And, you know, I'm a whole lot more alert when I get to work,
Right.
I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And have you shut off your phone until you just walk out the door too? Because you know work calls. You haven't done it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're taking steps
Working on
though.
boundaries.
Not
Yeah.
yet, yes.
We'll get there.
We're getting there.
We'll get there. But that's great.
Yeah, and that seems to, I've noticed a difference when I don't do that. When I get up late, because I just decided to sleep in a little bit more just because the hell of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't gonna get up early. I'm sleeping an extra hour, because I went to bed later. I noticed a difference when I get to work. I'll just, like I said, I'll just sit there and sometimes stare at the computer. Yeah, tink, tink. Click, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, time for morning meeting, let's go. And then, you know, I don't wake up till after that.
Sure.
And she can attest to that. Sometimes I'm just like, sitting there at the morning meeting and twitching, and eventually it'll happen, so.
Sure.
But no, it makes a difference. When I get back home, I feel great.
Good. Good. Thanks for sharing. And you guys are still on your regimen too?
Mhm.
And how's that going?
Through.
Good. You're loving it.
He
Oh, yeah.
is, let me
Yeah.
tell you.
Good. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, guys. Right now, we're going to have Coach Rue come up and do our check-in session. She's going to introduce some things to us, and I'm excited about that.
So we're gonna do an exercise called pepping. So pepping, so this is a thing where you, think about when you are talking to someone, how many times are we edited and we really wanna say something, but we don't really, and there's so many things going on, so we filter what we're gonna say. So we're gonna grab a buddy, but again, if you're married or if you work together, you're not buddies. But I'd like you to grab a partner, and then you're, and we're gonna do 2 minutes and 2 minutes, and I'll set a timer. And what I want you to do is vent. I mean, we've had some crazy 24 hours, and I know there's a lot of things stirred up, and just even today at work or anything going on, but no judging, no nothing. You're just, you know, you can victimize, you can vent, you can cry, you can just, you know, complain, or you can celebrate, but just have that 2 minutes. And then after the 2 minutes, we'll switch to your other buddy. So grab a buddy.
Will you be my buddy?
All right.
Do I
let's
have
go. I think
Go
you
ahead,
turn it off.
please.